Well, we're coming to you live from the center, the heart of Harlem, New York City. We got my boy Kai, founder of Young Atlas,
What's going on, everybody?
the GOAT. Listen, I'll tell you something about me and this man. Me and this man have been networking for so long. The beautiful thing about a trip like this is you get to come, you get to meet with some of the people that have been really making things happen behind the scenes. So Kai, maybe tell him where we're at, man. Tell him what's going on.
Yeah. So listen, right now we're in Harlem. We just had a nice dinner at Florida Mayo. It's a classic Harlem spot. Fat Joe was just there. We dapped him up, leaned back.
Oh, totally.
So now we're going to Central Park. But it's great to meet up with Cassius. He's obviously a media prodigy. We're working on a lot of stuff, content related. He's off to this Wings in a Trap event, which should be super dynamic. So I'm happy to be in tune with my main man here.
That's right. So Wings in the Trap, obviously for people who don't know, a networking event going on in Brooklyn. So we're going from Harlem to Brooklyn today at the Brooklyn Monarch, which is a new venue. But until then, man, I've just been chilling here, soaking up the beauty of Harlem. Now, Kai, for the people who don't know, what can you tell the people about Harlem and sort of what you can see around here and what you can expect?
Yeah, I mean, Harlem is it's the mecca of black culture, you know? Harlem is where we organized the March on Washington. Harlem is where so much swagger and so much iconic fashion, music, and political activism was born out of. And it's the north of 110th Street from Central Park West. So that's what Harlem is. Harlem is iconic. Harlem is the mecca. And we're doing whatever we can to promote that. And it's great to see people like Cassius come to Harlem and experience it for themselves. I feel like you can just feel the energy once you're there.
Absolutely. I'll tell you guys right now, man, it's beautiful, beautiful day. Somebody's asking how the weather is. It's a beautiful day over here, man. It's a beautiful summer day here in New York City. I will say, like, the culture, it's just, you can feel the vibrant energy of the culture out here, from the restaurants to, like Kai said, the music, the art scene. And, you know, one of the coolest things that I've found about it out here in Harlem is that there's so much emphasis on how people can better the community. And obviously we're going to speak with Kai about that in a second, but people here are really community oriented, community focused, and they want to make their community what they picture in their heads every single day and always be pushing to make it better. And, you know, I relate to that with my shit, man. Like, I feel like really all we can do is just get better than we were the day before, get better than we were the last time. And, you know, Kai can speak to that. So you do Defend Harlem, correct?
Yeah.
What can you tell the people about that?
Yeah, so Defend Harlem. So I'm the communications director for a nonprofit, and it's called the New York Interfaith Commission for Housing Equality. And real simple, it was started to fight displacement in Harlem, because a lot of our residents were being pushed out. And that's all throughout New York City. It's a housing crisis. The average rent right now in Manhattan is $5,000 a month.
Damn, is that all? God damn.
So if you just take, what is the math on that? You're supposed to pay 30% of your income towards rent. So technically you have to make $210,000 a year just to live here, and that's for one person. So it's a Defend Harlem to educate people not only on some of the bad things that are happening, but on some of the solutions that we need to be asking our politicians and community leaders about about issues that we can organize around, actually provide solutions to the community in a simple roadmap to kind of fight back and preserve one of the most important communities in the world. You know, Harlem is internationally known, so we need to fight to protect that. So that's what Defend Harlem is.
I love it. Now let me show you guys right quick a little bit of our surroundings here. So which area is this, Kai, right now, if you could tell people?
This is kind of like the Upper West Side / Harlem area. We're walking towards Central Park. Obviously, you can tell things are gentrified once you see a Starbucks.
Right, there you go.
You know?
That's a telltale sign.
That's usually the telltale. These are some iconic housing projects here, and then some other market rate housing to the right here, and then some more market rate housing as well. So this all to my right is all pretty new. And yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. We're on Columbus Avenue on the west side. which is the west side of Central Park. And we're walking towards the park right now. We're walking east.
So talk to me about sort of the gentrification, as you mentioned, here in Harlem, because I feel like everybody that you ask is going to have a different sort of perception of Harlem. Some people picture it maybe more so like it was in the 80s or 90s. Other people picture it more so as, you know, some of the stuff you're talking about today. How can you sort of speak on the changing face of Harlem and maybe how it looks today versus maybe some in a time like the 90s?
Yeah, so I would say, just to speak on that real quick, the 80s and 90s were kind of like gave a bad rap for Harlem. Harlem has always been a place, especially in the black community, where it's like most people who live in Harlem aren't like, oh, I want to work hard so I can get out. It's like, I want to maybe work hard so I can buy a brownstone here, but I want to stay in Harlem. You know, that's always been a place that people, especially the black community who's born and raised there, they took pride and wanted to stay there and actually embetter their community. What I will say is the community has really evolved in terms of creating more small businesses, but a lot of them are just, and this is throughout New York City, are being kind of wiped out. So we're trying to preserve that right now. And there's been just so much culture in terms of different fashion stores, in terms of different events, museums, pop-up shops, all type of iconic cultural staples that have been happening. So we're really fighting to preserve that. But I can definitely clarify any answers, you know, to move forward
That's
in
right.
this combo.
If you guys have any questions, by the way, about New York City in general, the Harlem area, let us know. Shout out to our guy Samuel in the chat. Good morning from the UK. Good morning to our guy Samuel. Shout out Pepe. Shout out Bola. Harlem Street Gangsters. Hardly, brother. Hardly. Damn it. I mean, okay, let me ask you this. In terms of Harlem hip hop legends, because
Yeah.
I mean, I know we got Big L.
Yeah.
Where would Big L have been in relation to this area? Because obviously Big L was like one of the most legendary people from out here.
Yeah, Big L was more on 140th. So that block where Big L's from, 140th, I think it's between 7th and Lenox.
Okay, cool.
And then 7th is what the real Harlem people call it. People from out of town call it Adam Clayton Powell, but if you're from Harlem, you call it 7th. And then 8th is actually Frederick Douglass, but if you're from Harlem, you call it 8th. So I'm just giving our viewers a little insight.
That's right.
Into what goes down. So like Big L was from 140th between 7th and Lenox, and that's like 2 miles north of where we're at right now.
Would you say Big L was the most legendary dude from this area, or is he just the dude who got the most well-known outside of the area? Because obviously me coming from Canada, we know Big L. We know guys like A$AP Ferg, A$AP Rocky. Here in the community, who is regarded as the most legendary rap icon and who's done the most for the community?
It's a good question. I mean, there's so many. You know, obviously Mace is actually from that same block.
Oh, cool.
I think Cameron was from around that area too. So those three, I mean, are super legendary and impactful. Who else we got? Joel Santana. We got Dave East. He does a lot of stuff for the community. He's around now. A$AP Ferg and A$AP Rocky. We got Vado.
Legends.
Yeah, so these are kind of like our cats, but you know, and Harlem is cool because like a lot of these guys built a following downtown, but then also brought it uptown. But you could always tell someone was from Harlem just from their swag and the way they kind of carried themselves. But those are some of the people off the top of my head that have kind of been iconic. And then I got to always shout out Dapper Dan, even though he's not a rapper.
Yes, sir.
He's just like was the guy who was always kind of styling these legends, you know. So
The OG Dapper Dan. We know Dapper Dan even in my side. We're going up here?
yeah, we can go to the park for a little bit.
Yeah, let's do it, bro.
Yeah.
We gotta go quick. Show you guys a little bit of what we're dealing with here, and then we'll get back to some convo. For anybody just joining, we're out here at Harlem, New York City, approaching Central Park. Beautiful, beautiful night indeed. And you were saying Central Park, what blocks does it go from?
So Central Park goes from 110th to 59th.
Damn.
And both sides, I guess like all sides of Central Park are like premium prime real estate, where like a lot of the most expensive cribs are, like Steve Wynn and a lot of big ballers. Stephen Ross, the owner of the Dolphins, they live in that like Central Park South area. I think Matt Damon lives on like Central Park West. Rupert Murdoch and a lot of like those billionaires live on Fifth Avenue. So those like, just to name drop a couple names so people know what's popping over here. That's kind of where we are. But then also to get a little more cultural with it, this is where the Central Park 5 situation happened too. So there's a lot of
Okay.
history here. It used to be called Seneca Village. So,
Seneca Village.
yeah, this is where was a primarily African American community, and then it was taken from that community to build Central Park. So that's a little bit of history of Central Park, and which is ironic that Central Park 5 happened in an area that was really for us, but not for us anymore.
It kind of trips me out too that New York City has never really developed in this land, because you think about the demand for building, housing, and all these different commercial spaces in New York City. You look at this massive space of land which is undeveloped. I mean, do you think that there could ever be, and I hope not, but do you think there could ever be a time where Central Park is overtaken by buildings? Do you think that that's something that could happen, or is it like the city is really committed to preserving this area because it's so beautiful?
Yeah, I think that would just cause mayhem in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just too precious for New Yorkers. Too many people utilize this. People from all over the world come to Central Park. So that would just be like a devastating mark, not only for New York, but I feel like the world, in terms of just capitalism doing whatever it wants. So I couldn't see that happening, but you never know.
I hope not.
Yeah.
We'll show you guys a little bit around. So we got obviously the runners. And obviously,
night.
yeah, it's a beautiful night. And obviously Central Park is so big and vast, but the one thing that all the areas have in common is that it's absolutely beautiful no matter where you go. Such a gem. You know, I'll tell you guys, one of the biggest misconceptions I was told, even from other New Yorkers that I've spoken to, is that there's nowhere to really come and relax in the city, which to me, I mean, obviously looking around is complete cap. Kai, what would you say are some of the biggest misconceptions about New York City? And also you could speak on Harlem in specific as well. What are some of the biggest misconceptions that you think people have in their minds that may or may not be accurate?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question. I would say in terms of New York overall, watch yourself. It would be like, I think New Yorkers are pretty nice people. I feel like the fact that people think we're just like assholes, we can go this way, is just like not true. I feel like New Yorkers are pretty nice, understanding people, because we get to see people from all walks of life, right? So like we're pretty empathetic. I just think we're very competitive, and because we are around the best, so we have really high standards, so we don't want to waste our time, and I think that might be misconstrued with being assholes, but I don't think that is. I just don't think we like people wasting our time. And then I would say in terms of Harlem, I think the fact that people think it's like, you know, maybe, especially if you're not from New York, that maybe people think it's like ghetto or like dangerous. Like, that's not true really at all.
I mean,
really,
you guys tell me.
You know?
You guys tell me. You know?
Yeah, so that's what I would say. And I mean, black culture overall, I feel like we're some of the nicest, you know, human beings, very inviting, and we want people to feel welcome. So I would say that's like, you know, I know I'm biased, but I'm gonna look out for my black people here and say we're a very inviting, nice people, you know. So that's kind of where we're at.
Beautiful night here in Central Park. Now, which end of the park would this be considered?
This is the north side of the park.
North side of the park.
Yeah. So if we keep walking, we would come out on 96th Street over here. So we're gonna probably just walk across, go to 96, because you're going to Brooklyn. So he's got to get on the 405 to get to the 45 or 6 to get to the 14th Street train to go on the L train to get over to Brooklyn. So there we go.
Beautiful, beautiful night. Now, here's something I wanted to ask. In terms of being here in the United States, obviously in the Mecca of, in my opinion, the most important city in this country and one of the greatest cities on the entire planet, what are your thoughts and sort of perceptions of Canada? And how would you say that people here view Canada? Because Well, I'm not even going to say anything. I'll just let you answer first.
Yeah, that's a good question. I would say we view Canada like, I think we're very open, and I feel like we think Canadians are smart, like, especially with all of they have a big influence, I know, on entertainment here. Like, obviously, not to be so stereotypical, but there's Drake and, Nav and that kind of Toronto XO movement.
Weekend, we got Justin Bieber.
Yeah, so that's already one, and then there's like a lot of comedians that I know, and like actors and stuff. So it feels like that's like kind of my take on Canada, and then we got like the Nelk Boys and stuff like that. So yeah, it seems like I feel like we got love for Canada out here.
I love that. Now, do you feel like people know a lot about Canada here? Because that's the one thing that I've noticed maybe about other parts of the States is that there doesn't seem to be as much understanding of what it's actually like there. I've heard, I mean, again, not in New York City, but I've heard people say, do you live in igloos? I remember in California, somebody said to a family member of mine, asked if we had telephones in Canada, which is like an insane thing. Obviously, that's not going to be a representation of the whole country or any specific city, but do you feel like there's an understanding of Canada out here? What are your thoughts on that?
I would say you're probably right about that. I think we need to get a better understanding. I mean, I was really shocked when Cassius was breaking down the situation with the prime minister out there. Like, made me feel bad because I like to be on top of these like world issues, that it was such a divisive situation, like with Trudeau over there. So that's one thing I would say. I didn't know like that it was such a like, I guess, monitored society that's going on. But this might be new, but like I feel like that's kind of a dire situation. I feel like more Americans should know about that.
That's a great point. I'll tell you guys right now, for anybody who doesn't know, it's definitely fuck Trudeau. For 99% of the people in the country, he's taken away our free speech. I know this isn't a political stream, but he's taken away free speech. And I was telling Kai, if you go to any given public event in Canada, any given event, I'm talking even the Nelk Boys launch party, the crowd will start chanting, fuck Trudeau, unprovoked. This isn't even a political thing. I'm talking hockey games, UFC events. I mean, it's something that people aren't happy about. But again, and I'll spread a little bit of tea about the country. As much as I love it, people have an idea of Canada around the world that does not reflect that. And the one thing about our country is that we want to preserve that. A lot of people in Canada, they just want to be seen as a nice, unproblematic place without political tensions. So there's not a lot of conversation about the fact that we are going through a lot of these issues. So that's definitely something interesting, and I'm passionate about that because I care so much about the country. You don't get worked up over something you don't care about. And for me, I definitely care about that. I want to see things change. I want to see that dude out of the office, but that's just me. That's just my opinion. Give you guys another look here. Down here in Central Park. Shout out Fuzzhead, shout out Sevd. We got Seattle in the building, Kai. We got Nova Scotia, Canada. We got Turkey in the building.
Turkey, how you doing?
English or Spanish? I'd say English. I don't know if Kai speaks Spanish.
Un poquito.
Un poquito, okay, okay. So both. Yeah. We got both in the house.
I'm half Dominican.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Tremendous. Where's everybody else watching from, man? It's a beautiful night. We got a lot of streams coming up.
Yeah.
You guys got some big-ass squirrels out here, bro.
No, we do. They eat like that good Spanish food.
Oh, shit.
They're fast and they're feisty. I wouldn't mess with that
They're
guy.
well-nourished. They're fast.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe we should walk over to like the Great Lawn or something, show the viewers the most beautiful skyline in the city.
Absolutely.
All right, let's head to the Great Lawn, yeah?
I'm completely game, guys.
Yeah, so we're gonna do that. It's a little bit of a walk, it's about a mile, but we'll be there before we know it.
We'll be there before we know it.
Yeah, man. So Cassius, tell the viewers how we linked up. It's a good story. I want Cassius to
here,
tell
let's
everyone.
Switch it up if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh yeah, you got the back camera.
Got you.
So basically, me and my boy Kai here, we got to connect online interaction. Basically, there's a lot of content creation groups And we basically started making groups just for people to connect and really make sure that, creators at the same level are showing love to each other. I think one of the biggest mistakes that creators make is the fact that they want to reach high, which is good, but they want to reach so high that they forget to interact with people at their own level. I think when you realize that you're more powerful with people at your own level and sort of keeping that connection going, that's really when you start making traction. So, I mean, a lot of people, like myself, like Kai, like other people from across the United States, from across Canada, started linking up in these engagement groups. We really started talking about how we could make our content better, how we could support one another. So that's how we really connected. We ended up, he interviewed me for his platform. And then at a certain point, we started working on this opioid documentary. So you guys saw me in Vancouver. I know the channel members saw the sneak peek that I had about the opioid doc. And basically, it's really cool because it covers the United States and Canada. Me on the Canada angle, and Kai obviously out here. So basically, that's what we're doing. We're working on that right now. So the opioid doc is coming very, very soon. We just finished a just editing session on that. And basically, it's a solution-based documentary talking about the realities of the opioid crisis, which, again, another big issue that people don't really like to talk about. People, I would say, in both of these countries would like to skirt that under the rug, while millions of people are losing their lives. So this is really something to talk about. This is something to really shed a spotlight on. And it's also kind of, for me, sort of a transition into a different type of media. Obviously, I do a lot of entertainment, but media has such a wide range of things that you can cover. So with the documentary, we're really trying to bring it to, some of that more informative stuff. Absolutely, Meta. It is a big subject, and it's our pleasure to take it on. So that's a long way to answer the question, but
It's a good answer, you know.
So
No,
what does this opioid doc mean for you, Kai, to have it going?
Yeah, I mean, I think, listen, like Cash has said, I feel like we were put in a blessed position because we were able to talk to people from a solution-based angle who've like been through the trenches with it. No spoiler alert, but to also give people hope that here are some ways if you are struggling, a family member is struggling, a friend, or just to get some more insight and less judgment, right? Like more empathy and more understanding, because so many people, I think 1 in 3 families are hit with addiction. So there needs to be more of like an actual understanding and less judgment. I feel like we did a good job kind of, doing it from that point of view. So I'm excited to really work on it. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, man, it's definitely been exciting. And guys, I mean, we spoke to everybody from doctors to people who are sort of in rehab centers. I literally went and I interviewed addicts in alleyways and just talking to these people, really getting their perspective on this. And I don't know about you, Kai, about a main takeaway, but one of the main takeaways for me from the opioid doc was the fact that this crisis really has no face. You could, see a guy down on his luck, sleeping on the street, or you could see a guy in one of the billionaire towers that are going to be surrounding us when we look at this view. And a common factor can be that they're dealing with this addiction, which is, kind of a mind-boggling thing, but it really puts into perspective the fact that, again, addiction has no face, addiction has no race, addiction has no class. This is something that impacts everybody. So that was my main takeaway.
No, I love that. Yeah, it's very true. It holds no bars. And then also to add on to that, I would say like a lot of people, you won't know someone's struggling until it's too late. So it also made me think like, sometimes you just got to check on your friend and say, hey, how are you doing? Reach out to someone you haven't talked to in a while. You never know, that might help them say, hey, there is someone that cares for me out there, So I think that's important to go this way.
1,000%. Said the mics are doing great work right now. Absolutely, bro. I'm glad you guys like the mics. They ain't cheap, so I'm glad they're working. Hard to get a visa in New York City, absolutely, but it's worth it. Listen, people say New York is expensive. you get what you pay for. You understand? So it's going to be expensive, but it's expensive and it's hard to get in for a good reason. It's a barrier of entry. Um, Kai, how would you describe New Yorkers? I mean, what does it mean to you to be a New Yorker? Because again, this is a topic that has so many different perceptions. So many people have such different views on it, but how do you feel about it?
Yeah, I love that question. I would say for me, I feel like describing myself as a New Yorker mean I judge people on substance. You know, I don't look for what they're wearing, what type of watch, how much is in their bank account. I feel like we have a really good BS radar, right? Like we can talk to someone and say within 5, 10 minutes, oh, that's a good person, or that person is full of shit, right? Like we can really kind of see where their values and morals are, and that's where we like judge people on, you know? There is a lot of social climbing, there is a lot of fakeness, that's in any city, but I feel like true New Yorkers, like sometimes they'd rather hang out with the janitor than the CEO because the janitor keeps it more real, you know? And that's like something I like to pride myself on, really judging people on their character, not so much on their achievements.
I love that answer. You know, when it comes to people moving here, I've heard the term, and this isn't just in New York, this is in a lot of big cities, but I've heard the term transplants. What are your thoughts on people who sort of come to a city like this and sort of they try to make it their own? Do you feel like those people can be accepted as New Yorkers, or do you think there's more to being a New Yorker than just showing up?
I think those people can absolutely be New Yorkers. You know why? Because doing a lot of community work, I meet so many people from other cities who value New York and the different cultures so much, and they take the time out to actually say, hey, what can I do to help this community? Like, I might be a graphic designer. Do you guys need flyers? Like, so I think it's about that mindset. Like, if you want to add value in terms of how you can help out your local community, whether it's supporting a business or being on your local community board, whatever that looks like, I feel like I don't judge transplants by just being a transplant. I judge people by their actions and trying to add value rather than just take away.
That's right. And this is coming from a tourist, soon-to-be transplant. You heard it here first, live and direct. I got to work my way up to transplant, so this is it's a big climb, but we're making it happen.
Definitely.
Let's show you guys a little bit what's cracking here in Central Park.
These are some nice pads up here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, up here.
You know, look at that. Look at that real estate.
Yeah, that'd be crazy to be overlooking the park up here.
Oh yeah.
And the weather is perfect tonight too. It was so hot today, but now it's perfect.
Yeah.
Kai making that debut. That's right. This is the Kai debut.
It is.
When they talk about Kai, we're not talking Kai Cenat, you understand me? We're talking about the real deal.
Yeah.
Keep it grimy. That's right, Meta. Shout out Seattle.
Seattle in the building.
Nice to meet Kai. There you go. You got some fans in here. You got some fans from Turkey. You got some fans from Canada.
Shout out to Turkey. Shout out to Canada. Shout out to Seattle. I like
That's right.
Seattle. I haven't been, but I heard only good things. What's the owner of Starbucks name? The guy who was the CEO for a while? Damn.
Meta could tell us in the chat.
Yeah, Meta. Who was the guy who, I don't think he's the CEO anymore. That guy is the man. He's from Brooklyn, actually.
Oh,
great
yeah.
story.
So
And-
that's why he's such a G.
Yeah, that's why he's a
I've seen him, dude. I've seen this dude. I saw him talking about the fact that he was a billionaire. Did you see that clip?
I don't think so.
So they tried to like talk down on him in a Senate hearing or something for being a billionaire, and he was like, "Look, I started in public housing. My
Yeah.
parents were on food stamps." He's like, "I just worked my fucking ass off." And you know, I know that there's a lot of controversy about even the idea of billionaires, but I say if you're gonna be a billionaire, I'd rather a story like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you're self-made, it's a little different. Oh shit, we got fireflies.
Oh yeah, a lot of fireflies.
Beautiful. Yeah, this is cool. This is a real quiet spot up here.
Yeah. Yeah, this is nice. We'll be at the Great Lawn shortly, and I feel like people are gonna love that view.
Oh yeah, guys, the Great Lawn. If you guys are liking the stream, make sure to double tap your screen. That's gonna send us a like. And I appreciate everybody who sends a like by double tapping their phone. If you're enjoying this and you want to see more content from New York City, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below as well. I'm going to be streaming every single day that I'm here, and we have a ton of pre-recorded content as well that's going to be coming up. And I may have to do a before and after video of the amount of weight I lose from all this walking, because I'm going to be looking like a motherfucking G when I get home. So.
Well, yo, Cassius, you can tell, right? New Yorkers are in good shape, right?
That's right. There's a reason they're in good shape, bro.
Yeah, man.
You don't have a choice.
Exactly. You know? The most New York thing you'll ever hear is someone saying, I don't work out.
That's
because
it.
I walk everywhere.
Because I walk everywhere.
Yeah.
Who needs to work out? Howard Schultz?
Howard Schultz,
That's his name.
Howard Schultz is a gangster. I love him. He's the man.
Robert Kennedy for president. There you go.
Robert Kennedy.
Shout out Michael. They're laughing at me now. Shout out youth. I love it, man. Beautiful day to be alive.
Oh, it is. It is.
This is really something, man. I'll tell you guys, like I feel like I botched my first stream because I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna go do a $1 pizza review. And then I was like, wait, I don't know where the fuck I am. So I was just like, you know, my fucking navigation is under the stream. So now I feel like we're getting oriented.
Did you try $1 pizza?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Is that a thing where like you can get it anywhere, or is there a specific $1 pizza that's like legendary?
I think they're all the same.
Yeah, they're all the same.
They're all like kind of cardboard and ketchup. They're not bad.
Cardboard ketchup.
Yeah, but they're not great, you know?
Okay, how about this?
Yeah.
What is the best pizza in New York City?
Okay, so I think I got a couple spots. I personally think the best pizza is Patsy's in East Harlem on between 118th and 119th on 2nd Avenue. I believe that's the best slice in New York City. The dude from Barstool, I think he agrees with me. I think it's up there on best slice, but the best tomato pie I've had is actually in New Jersey. They have some, it's crazy. It's in like South Jersey, Trenton area. That's probably Di Lorenzo's. I think that was high nines that, what's his name?
Dave Portnoy.
Yeah, I think that's what Portnoy gave it, like a high 9. But it seems like New Haven is the place to go for pizza.
New Haven, there you go.
But Sal and Carmine's is pretty good. That's a good slice, I would say. Another good slice, and there's a lot of spots in Brooklyn, but I love Patsy's for their regular slice, and then sometimes I get the pepperoni and red peppers. Let's go.
Ooh.
Maybe a little anchovies if I'm feeling outrageous.
God damn.
Yeah, man.
That sounds tremendous. Now I've heard that a lot of the stuff in like Midtown, like especially like Times Square type of area, can be overrated, overpriced, not as good as the places that are maybe in some of the places off the beaten path. Can you speak to that? Because I've heard a lot of dudes who live in the city, they say, I won't even eat anywhere in the radius of Times Square.
Oh yeah, that's definitely true. If you're a New Yorker and you're eating in Times Square, you're probably an idiot. So, you know, that's 100% true. It's a complete tourist trap. It's just overpriced. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's just not a good place to be, honestly. Just a lot of people that don't understand what's going on. No taste, just terrible. Yeah, whoever said that is completely right.
Shout out my boy Leo, putting us on to the true facts. We got a cosign right here from Kai.
100%.
Yeah, Times Square, that was the first place I actually went in Manhattan because I got off at the Port Authority.
Right, it's right there.
So I walked over there. I walked right up the red steps yesterday, sat down. Interesting place to be, but I definitely feel like there's a lot of, oh, here we go. Here we go.
Oh, there's a wrap for you.
There's a few.
Yeah.
Now we're talking. Now I got to tell you guys something. Before I came here, I had it in my head, and Kai's gonna laugh at this. I had it in my head that I was deathly afraid of rats. Now when you see it, it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. New Yorkers don't give a shit about that.
No, we don't, but there's definitely a rat problem in New York City. Mayor Adams, shout out to you. You need to help us out with that, please, man. It's such an issue. There are some blocks, though, like if they're not too populated and some cross streets walking home, bro, whew,
Yeah.
they'll just be like, sometimes they're the size of cats, bro. It can be.
That's actually true?
You know, yeah. Like I'm trying to be a man about it, but like, yeah, they can be a little scary. That was one giving me a shout out right there. You know. And
Yeah.
I wanted to go back to this Times Square thing real quick.
Yeah.
Because I do think I was a little too harsh on Times Square. I will say, if I was never been to New York in my life, I would probably go to Times Square too. Like I get the appeal.
Absolutely.
I would say once you check it off your list, though, you would get it, and you don't need to go there again. Some more sick apartments. Let's go to where Mayor Bloomberg used to live, just to show the fans real quick.
Okay, cool.
Actually, no, that's further down. But we can show them the Whitney Museum here,
Beautiful.
which is beautiful.
So what would this area be considered?
This is Upper East Side.
Upper East Side.
This is the Upper East Side, the home to the affluent.
That's right. Damn.
That's probably, no, sorry, that's not the Whitney, that's the Guggenheim.
The Guggenheim.
Yes, that's the Guggenheim.
So that's just like a museum?
Yeah, it's a sick museum. I think it was built by the Guggenheim family.
That would make sense.
Yes, it would. And look at that. Look at that crib right here to the left. Just show the viewers that. That's just a beautiful, that's called living right there.
That's crazy.
Very
Gotta
lavish.
check out all the Kiss stuff, Electric Lady. Oh yeah, I got a Kiss video coming, Meta. Don't even worry. I'm from Honolulu, Hawaii. I can say the same thing about Waikiki. If you're on the island, don't eat in Waikiki. Overpriced, not as good. There you go.
Yeah, shout out to that.
Shout out to Waikiki. No, that's a. Well, I guess Honolulu. I'm shouting out the wrong place.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Okay, here the Guggenheim.
Yeah, it looks like they got some type of event going on up in here.
Beautiful. And then this street up here looks nice too.
Okay, so we got some guy breaking it down out here.
Oh shit. Hold on a second.
Let's go a little closer. He's not stopping.
Let's go check him out. Got our boy breaking it down. What up, Sigmas? Hey, hey.
He's got some tunes going.
Big old tunes. That's a New York City moment right there. Hey. I feel like I should tip. That's a New York City moment right there,
Hey,
people.
yeah, he's singing to the baby. You gotta love this guy. You know? He's just a classic New Yorker.
That's amazing.
Probably runs a hedge fund.
Typical professional in New
Yeah.
York City, right here.
Getting ready for July 4th,
That's right.
you know? Like, it's an 80s vibe, you know?
Yeah, 4th of July is tomorrow, guys. So that's going to be like the streams tomorrow. If you're not subscribed, make sure to sub up down below.
Tomorrow's gonna be absolutely bonkers.
You guys like this guy, huh?
You wanna go talk to him? What do your viewers say?
Should we go talk to him? You think he's going to turn on us, or you think he's going to keep those good vibes going?
I feel like he's having too much of a good time.
Oh,
he just
no.
changed the track.
Not like us. Buzz it on the beat. We can talk to him.
Hey.
All right, bro. Bro does the Canada diss track. That's crazy. No.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey. Here he goes. Woo!
They're not like us. Hey. Yo, this guy's kind of got moves, bro.
He's kind of got moved. What do you think?
Yeah, he's doing his thing, you know? I feel like he's on something I want to be on right now.
Yeah, hold on. Where's his plug at? Now, I've heard Not Like Us a couple times out here.
Yeah, I think he was two-stepping a minute ago.
Hey.
There we go. A minor. We out. We back. We back on our way. You know, a true New Yorker, we don't sit around and watch too long.
You're right. You're right.
We watch. If we're not gonna do the interview, we're gonna keep it pushing.
You're
You
right.
know what
You're
I'm saying?
right. Absolutely.
We just did that for y'all.
That's for you guys, man.
Yeah.
That's live and direct. You understand me? Tomorrow we're doing a ton of street interviews and we're gonna come prepared.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be crazy. Yeah, we're definitely gonna do that and get some viral moments. You know what I mean? There's nothing but viral moments up here in this spot, man.
Oh, it is. It's great. It's great. You know, it's been a viral day so far. You know.
That's right.
And we're just taking it easy. You know, today is the warm up. Tomorrow's the Super Bowl of content, July 4th. You know.
Yeah, it's gonna be insane. It's gonna be insane tomorrow, 4th of July, guys. So if you don't know, they've actually moved the fireworks, and correct me if I'm wrong, Kai, from the East River to the Hudson River for the first time in how long?
I have no idea, actually.
Okay.
I know I just lost a little bit of credibility there, but I'm not a big fireworks guy because I'm very spoiled. I have a beautiful roof, so I get to see Jersey, downtown, everything, because I live in Harlem. And if you live in Harlem, you got the best views of the city, so I'll be there. But we'll keep you posted tomorrow.
You'll probably see me up in Hoboken or some shit looking at the water, you know what I mean? You'll see me from the roof. I'll shine a flashlight over.
Now, that's a good view from there.
Yeah, I can't decide, guys, if I'm gonna go to Jersey or if I'm gonna go to Manhattan. The thing about Manhattan is it's gonna be so busy, but at the same time, nowhere's not gonna be busy if it's a viewpoint like that.
Yeah.
So we'll probably check it out either way. Regardless, it's gonna be great content, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, shout out Hunter.
I think I might be wrong. This might have been the house where they shot, I don't know if you've seen the movie Cruel Intentions.
No, I haven't.
But if you could see this building over here, I think it's a museum right now. But like that used to be a mansion. Like look how
This one right here.
sick that is.
So they're not allowed to put mansions in a spot like this anymore, right?
I mean, they could.
Oh, wow.
Weinstein had one, but it's just so insane to afford, like to purchase.
Yeah.
But like a lot of them, they did change into like schools and museums that were once mansions. But
Okay.
there are still not like that big, but still a lot of massive, like multi-million dollar cribs that are like crazy.
Yeah, this is nuts.
Yeah.
Look at this view here too. Yeah, this would be quite the area to reside in, man.
Oh yeah, it's just like once you show someone this is your address, you know, you're a baller, you're doing something good in life, you're gonna be taken seriously.
1000%. Chilling here for anybody just joining. We're in, we just left Central Park, up in the Harlem side. We started off in Harlem proper, and we still are in Harlem, right?
No, we're definitely not in Harlem anymore.
Okay, we're not in Kansas anymore,
not in
motherfuckers.
Kansas anymore. But we're about to be at the Metropolitan Museum of Art.
Ooh.
We're gonna show you all that and then go to the Great Lawn to show you one of my favorite views in New York City. And then we're gonna show you a couple of insanely dope pieces of real estate on the way. So I would keep your eyes locked and double tap if you're enjoying this incredible time.
That's right.
now.
Tap it up, tap it up.
Yeah.
Great live, great guest, great convo. My brother, you're a great viewer. Are we gonna jaywalk
Oh, of course.
in front of the
Why wouldn't we?
NYPD?
You know, that's just like a must.
Uh-oh, don't tell me that's for us.
Oh, come on, man. They got better shit to do. If it was, we would go viral. I pray it's for us, but
Yeah,
it's not.
I need to get arrested, bro. I need
Yeah.
my street cred up.
You know? Come on, man.
I'll tell you guys something that's so fucked up. Like, obviously here, like, they do it a little different, but my boy, no, not my boy. I had an Uber driver in Las Vegas. He told me that he got locked up for 17 days for jaywalking.
Jesus, that's insane.
17 days because they were waiting, I guess, for a judge or some shit like that. So it's like, you know, again, it just goes to show how different things can be in different areas.
So, we're back to some insane New York City real estate. This is one of my favorite situation
Oh,
cribs.
wow, look at this.
But it's not a crib, but like it once was. I mean, that's just, you just don't see things built like that anymore. You know what I mean? It's just,
It's that Green Goblin.
It's so dope, you know? It really is. And then that's obviously the Metropolitan Museum of Art. We could probably go over and show this like water fountain or something, and then we're gonna show people the view.
This is incredible. So yeah, I'm gonna be up at the Met. I'm gonna go in at some point.
Oh, you have to. They actually had a sick exhibit about the Harlem Renaissance, which was dope. So.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I think I saw something about that.
We were definitely promoting it heavy on Defend Harlem. I think
Yeah.
it might be still happening, but we'll probably see in a sec because this thing kind of shows the different exhibits that are on and popping right now.
We got the NYPD. Now, I'm not trying to get too close, but we will show you guys.
I don't even think that's New York police. Like, I don't know what that is. Like, I've never seen those colors.
That's an off-brand.
It's off-brand. It's like a bootleg cop. Yeah,
that's my Uber.
That's the Harlem Renaissance exhibit.
Okay.
So it's on and popping until July 28th.
Okay, so I'll probably see it then, for sure.
So this is a full circle moment. We were talking about the influence of Harlem, and then obviously, it's only right. They have the Harlem Renaissance. You know, just making things happen. We're gonna show the famous steps of the Met. You know.
That's
I
right.
don't know if anyone watched that soft show, Gossip Girl, but this is where they used to meet up.
Me, I've never seen that. I never watched every season. What are you talking about? I'm just playing. Somebody says Empire State. Well, we have the tip of the Empire State up there. That's the tip.
That's the blue tip.
Just the tip, guys.
Yep. And then if you see, those are those like billion-dollar buildings,
Yes.
that tall building, and that's where like. That's really giving New York a shitty name because a lot of like really nefarious characters are parking their cash in those, you know, because New York real estate is one of the best investments if you can in real estate anyway. So a lot of people are just buying those apartments. They're really just empty and they're worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And they've been used as a vehicle to launder money. But then what it does, it displaces a lot of middle class people from those areas. So it's been a big issue in New York. But on a brighter note, look at this.
Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Met Museum. Yeah, the architecture is unparalleled, guys. This is truly a beautiful, beautiful place to be. I mean, they got, you know, who they got in here? Van Gogh. They got everybody, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's the cheapest date that makes you look great.
That's right. Cultured. I'm cultured. You know what I mean?
So I think we should go back to hit the Great Lawn to show everyone the view.
Let's do it, everybody. Yeah, this is crazy. We're gonna be back here. I don't know if you can film in there, but I might try to get away with a little something.
You can try it. Why not? I think you
snag
can.
a photo. And we got that beautiful flag, ladies and gentlemen, waving in the breeze as it should. You understand me? Land of the free, home of the brave, all that good stuff. All that good stuff. Tremendous, man. Yeah. We're gonna show you guys all the architecture. So the Great Lawn, is that a place that like even locals, I would imagine, go there a lot?
Yeah, it's a spot, especially when I was in high school, I would go to a lot. It is a vibe. It's just like a beautiful spot where people, you know, picnic and kind of just chill out and take in the beautiful views of New York in a more relaxing vibe. So we'll give you guys a look into it real soon, you know. This has been such a fun stream. Just like walk through New York and really experience this.
No, this is great, guys, and we really hope you guys are enjoying it as well. Again, make sure to double tap that screen, hit that subscribe. We're gonna be live every single day. And lots of stuff coming down the pipe, pre-recorded live, all that good stuff. No shortage of content here in New York City.
Not at all. So we're gonna take this left up here and then we're gonna be on our way to the Great Lawn.
We're in it together, youth, exactly. You're welcome, brother. You're welcome, Meta.
So Meta's from Seattle?
Meta is from Seattle.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so Meta's the one who put us on to Howard Schultz.
Yeah, Meta's a G, man.
Yeah.
He's one of my most loyal music stream submitters. So he sends in all his music.
Okay.
I feel like I'm with you guys. This is beautiful. My guy, we wish you were here.
Yeah, that's what's up, Meta. When are you coming to New York, Meta?
Meta, better be on the next one.
Yeah,
Better be on the next one.
right. We'll do a giveaway soon.
That's right.
You know, we're almost there.
There we go.
So if you could, I know they can't see it, but you can kind of see through the see-through glass. That's
Oh,
like
shit.
That's
Hang
like
on a second. They can see.
That's like the Egyptian.
So you're telling me if I go up there, I get a free museum tour? That's crazy. Egyptian artifacts. That's cool. Yeah, they like that.
Yeah, that was very cool. They
Oh,
actually,
you can see a lot actually from there.
yeah, they actually have events in there. I went to an event in there a couple months ago. It's sick. Like they'll have a DJ, open bar, and like a bunch of different art going on.
Wow.
New York is a really cool place if you know the right people.
Hey, we're showing that today. We're showing that today.
And I think it definitely is, in terms of living, out of control and way too expensive, but there is like, in terms of like culture, museums, right, parks, in terms of that aspect, no one can beat New York. Like,
No.
And then it's really affordable. In that reign, it does offset a little bit of that.
Yes.
You know, not giving an excuse to the affordability crisis, but like, you can't beat all the perks of it.
Can't beat that.
Like, in what city can you just go see a Van Gogh, some of the best real estate, worldwide entertainment in a few hours, you know?
None. Ooh. I know, one just hit me too. We got
fuck?
fireflies on the loose here.
Yeah, man. That was not chill.
Wow, man. And see, this is a spot I would have never thought to come to either.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, I felt bad. I was gonna just walk in 96. I'm like, you know what? Let me get my my streaming time in with my friend Cassius. It's not like he, came from up the block.
That's right. W's in the chat, guys, for Kai. W's in the chat. Everybody hit like. That's right.
Yeah.
Down below.
So, I bet on a game recently. Hopefully it goes well, and I'll be treating Cassius to a dinner before he leaves.
Hey, let's go. What game are you betting on?
I don't tell
right.
people my bets until they cash out. I feel I'm very superstitious.
That's probably a good rule of thumb.
Yeah, that's just what I do. Business too. Like, I don't talk about deals until they're signed and delivered.
Signed, sealed, and sent. You understand me?
Exactly. It's getting a little dark, but I think we could still give people this nice view.
We're gonna just make it, right?
Yeah.
Now, how
we
late?
just walked really far.
Yeah, we did. I'm in stream mode, so I'll feel it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Not tonight, though. I still got a long night ahead of me, too. It's gonna be a great night.
Because after this, I'm gonna leave you. You're gonna walk this way. You're pretty much gonna leave the park.
Yeah.
And then you gotta just go to the 4, 5, or 6.
That's it.
And then just take the train down to 14th and then take the L to Brooklyn. So you're in a pretty good spot. And then I'm going the opposite way back to Harlem. I got to take care of my rackets, you know?
My man's got things to do. You
Yes,
understand
sir.
me? He's all about the paper. And then, yeah, like I said tonight, guys, we're going to an event called Wings in the Trap. It's in Brooklyn. Sort of kind of in the Bushwick area. Not exactly. But it's at a place called the Brooklyn Monarch. So there's going to be a lot of cool local people here. Podcast hosts, curators, DJs, models. A lot of cool people to network with. So, yeah, it's gonna be very cool. You guys can hear my heavy breathing and shit now.
Yeah. Yeah, this walk has been serious.
This is the real deal right here.
I'm glad I did this because I missed the gym today, so
There you go.
I'm all ready to go.
Like you said, that's the most New York thing you can say. You just said it.
You know, but I do go to the gym. I'm not one of those.
Yeah, he goes to the gym.
You know, some chicks listening to Rihanna. You gotta love it.
Hey, local pride to Barbados.
All right, so this view is about to go down in about 5 seconds. Let's give it a little countdown. 5,
4,
4,
3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1, and there we go. Guess we can move down a little bit.
Yes, sir. Let's move down a little bit.
Yeah, you kind of need some more. So you gotta see the Comcast building.
Okay.
Yeah, this is one of.
You guys ready?
This is one of my favorites, man.
You guys ready for this view?
It's just so epic.
Okay.
And then we can kind of keep, once they see it now, then we can keep like walking this way so they can take it all in.
Beautiful. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Here we go, guys. Are you kidding me or what? Yes, sir. Yeah, man, the size of these buildings, guys, is just unbelievable.
It really is. So imagine being like a high schooler, a middle schooler, just like being able to just hang out here. I was so young, so I didn't understand and appreciate it. But like,
Yeah.
it's just the moments like this, you just realize how blessed you are to be born in a city like this, and just to be exposed to it. And I've realized exposure is everything. If you can't see it, you can't really believe it.
Yeah, that's true. I gotta remember to take a second to look at it myself, guys, as well. I'm showing it to you guys, and now I'm taking a second to look my damn self.
Yeah.
So the Comcast building, we see, was that H&M behind there?
Yeah, I think so.
And then that's the Billionaire Tower here, right?
Yeah, there's like
Two of them.
There's like 3 of them, like all those tall joints that are kind of close, and then that one over there too. It's like Billionaires Row is pretty much on 56th and 57th Street. Yeah.
Here we go.
What a vibe.
What a vibe indeed, you guys.
Yeah. It's really incredible.
Crazy. Yeah, man. So tell me this. You take a girl on a date in this city, it's easy money. I mean, is it easy to date in the city or hard?
It's incredibly hard because you're dealing with really the 1% competition, you know?
Yeah.
Anywhere you go, like the people who are doing the most cool shit in the world are here, so the bar is high. But like I said, what is comforting is a lot of people are into substance. You know, I've seen a lot of people with a lot less, let's say, cash, but a lot more substance and value bag some of the most beautiful women. So I always say, if you're cool, just be yourself here. But watch out, we don't want to get
Here
hit.
we go. We got the sprinklers coming for us. We're not doing a waterproof stream today.
Not today.
Yeah, man, that's one hell of a view right there,
It
guys.
really is.
We love it.
You know what? You could walk with me to the other side to get on the train. We can walk back.
Cool.
Yeah. So.
As long as I got my Google Maps.
No, you'll be good. You just got to go to 14th Street and
Cool.
take the L train from there, and then you're pretty solid. What have you been thinking of? What are your thoughts on the subway system here?
Honestly, man, I feel like the subway system is really straightforward if you know how to, like, if you're in tune with read signs and shit like that. Like if you're good with that, then you're good. Like
Right.
I know a lot of people go to an airport, they'll get lost, they'll get confused. You really just got to pay attention. And to be fair, I did my homework.
Yeah.
So like I watched a lot of shit. I'll tell you guys, I thought that it was gonna be intimidating to get on the subway, to be completely real. I thought it was gonna be a challenge to figure out, but so far I haven't had any issues, man. So it's cool. You know, you just gotta keep your eyes open, stick to the color of your letter. You understand me? Some people say, oh, I gotta take the A train. They're supposed to get on the blue, they get on the yellow. You know what I mean? Stick to your color and you're straight.
Yeah, well said.
Just gotta pay attention. Now, I heard that people usually avoid Central Park after fact.
Yeah, that's somewhat true. You know, I would say especially if you're a female, I wouldn't do that. But once again, probably a little bit more overhyped.
Exactly.
9.999 times out of 10, nothing's gonna happen, you know?
See, this is the content that people need.
Yeah,
We got to show people the truth.
no, for sure. It's all hyped up. I mean, that's everywhere, right? Because we think the headline is the norm. It's not. That's why it's the headline, you know? So, like, you can't get carried away. But New York is not super dangerous. Once again, Bill, you got to kind of like I was telling you, keep your head down, stay out of people's business, try and team up with someone. You should be okay, you know? Knock on wood, obviously.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me go to that bench right quick. I'm just playing. Has Kai ever seen Impractical Jokers is the question.
Yes, I have. I haven't seen them shooting live before. One of my
okay.
friends was on the show, though, when it was shooting, and as you can tell, I wasn't lying about Seneca Village.
Oh yeah, look at this. So hold on a second. Seneca Village. So I guess this was the former name for this area, and then so why did they change it? It says this was between 1825 and 1857. Before the city built Central Park, this area was the location of Seneca Village, comprised of predominantly African Americans, many of whom owned property. This was the most densely settled section of the acreage slated for Central Park. So there was 225 homes and 225 and 50, I don't know what the fuck they're saying here. The way they're 52 homes and 3 churches. They had a weird way of writing it. Very cool.
Yeah, so a whole history tour.
Happy 4th of July to you too. Shout out Jack.
Shout out to you, Jack. You the man.
All right, you guys, that about does it. We're gonna get ready to get on the train for Brooklyn. I've yet to go down that way, so I'll probably hop on stream again at this event. I'm glad we got the mics going. I'm glad we got you guys tuned in. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for the likes. If you haven't liked yet, double tap your screen. If you haven't subbed yet, click the red button. We're gonna be live every single day. Tons of content coming up, man. Kai, we appreciate you, brother. It's been a great one.
Cassius, as Joey Diaz says, he's the Kanye West.
That's right, dog. Take care, guys.